Well, good evening, everybody. Just wanted to let everybody know where we stand for tonight. And this is where we stand. Yep. This is where we stand. Clouds, clouds, and more clouds. They have come out of nowhere, and I mean absolutely nowhere. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where these clouds came from. It was clear literally all day long, and then all of a sudden now they're there. Yeah. You can barely even see the Big Dipper. I'm just going to hold out and hopefully, because I can't even see Polaris, and I got the air conditioning kicking on. Because it's a hot one out today. Really not much. Hopefully these clouds will go bye-bye. I'm just going to type in clouds. Just going to hold out for a little bit and see. At this point, it's not even really worth it to even... This is running at 45-second exposures. One on the top right's running at 10-second exposures. And hello, Chris. Chris Astro 101. He says hello, and I say hello back. We really can't do much now. No joke. If you're into astronomy, no joke. It was clear all day long. Not a single cloud in the entire sky. And this is what I have to deal with as soon as I pull everything out. It almost like it knew I was pulling the stuff out. Like, you can't even see Polaris. So it's ridiculous. Saturn's gone. Jupiter's gone. I'm just hoping that these clouds will go away. I can only hope. It happens constantly, Chris. It happens all the time. It might be a test night. I mean, that's really all I can do at this point. Label chords and go through with what I got. I might put the 80mm on the travel and see to get ready for next month. Rockstar says compression. I don't know what that means. Compression of the clouds, maybe? Really not much. Because I got the wide field for the T7, And then I have the wide field for the Meade camera, which is the finder. So actually these are two different setups looking at the same thing, and not getting much. Not getting much at all. So yeah. Versus when you try to set up an alright for deep sky and then the clouds come. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. You get polar aligned, you get everything all set up, you get everything all done, you sit down, you're ready to take that first image, and then all of a sudden haze comes through. You're very right, Chris. You are very right. The worst for me is when you're taking a 30-minute or 25 or 20-minute exposure, and like one cloud goes right through your image. Perfectly clear everywhere else. But that one cloud goes right through your image. And then there goes a 20-minute shot, just like that. Or a plane, or a satellite. I was hoping that we could do either the Pac-Man Nebula, or I was hoping to do the Heart and Soul. I was hoping to do a bunch of those tonight, and it does not look like it's going to cooperate at all. There's looking like there is no end in sight with these clouds, because this is a 180-degree lens, and it's clouds all the way through from left to right. Let me look outside and see what it looks like on the east side and the west. It doesn't look good. It does not look good at all. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I'll get rid of that. Yep. If I'd have known this, I probably wouldn't have even set up. Maybe this is one just gigantic cloud band. I'm going to wait and see. Because the left side looks like it's starting to clear up on this left side right here. So, happened to me when I tried to capture some open clusters. Yeah. Yeah, that can happen. That's the worst. And you try to do wide field and then it's just the pain in the butt. Let's see if the clouds go away. Let's see. Maybe. There's nothing on the left side, so maybe, just maybe. Hang on. Looked a little murky on the west side, so I don't really know. Take a look and see. While we're waiting, we could probably pull up. Let's see. Can't pull that up. Let's see. Because we did get a shooting star last night, which is pretty awesome. I want to try to pull it up here and see if this works. If it's going to load. Okay, there we go. That's going to load. So let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Yeah, I increased the one here on the top right to 15 seconds. Let me see if I can. I can't. That's dumb. Okay, well, I can't pull that up. Okay. I was hoping to pull up one of the images from last night. It was on frame 64 is where it was, and it was at about an hour and 28 minutes on the video last night. And there was one shooting star out of 173 frames last night. And what I did was, and I did it on purpose, is I didn't set it on track. So what that meant was the stars were moving, but the building was not. So what I'm going to do is probably either tomorrow or in the next coming days. Oh, good, the air conditioning went off. I don't have to scream now. My location is clear, but it's 80 degrees outside. Yeah, you're darn right, and it's about 77 here, 76 here, and the humidity is about 1,000,000,000%. But what I meant to say was last night is that I'm going to do star trails, because the stars continuously kept moving through the sky, and I got about 170 frames at 45 seconds apiece. So you're looking at about 80 to 85 minutes, which is going to be really nice, and I'm going to do that probably tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I just had too much time. I did not enough time and too much stuff to do. Clouds are still there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. You can't even see Cassiopeia. You can't see nothing. And then I would say, what a view we have tonight. What a great view. So amazing. If you want to see clouds, we got clouds. We got lots of clouds tonight. Not even polar aligned on anything either. Because there was no sense of doing polar alignment with these clouds that are coming through. Although it does look pretty cool. It is doing some pretty awesome designs. If you look at it hard enough, you squint at it hard enough, you might be able to get some nebulosity out of it. No, just kidding. No, not much. Not much you could really do. So I'm going to hold out just a little bit, just to see if the clouds are going to go away. The left side looks clear. Maybe. I'm hoping. Yeah, Venus, the clouds did come in, and I was hoping, like I was saying earlier, it was clear all day. Sun was out, great sunset, everything was fantastic, everything was great, and then the clouds came in. I was hoping that they were going to just shift north, but that's not the case. Clear Sky Chart says that it's supposed to be clear, so I don't know where the heck this came from. Yeah, there's even a band after that, too. What do you think, people? What should we do? What should we do? I mean, I can work on some things. I'll probably take apart the travel setup and see if I can put an 80mm on there so I can do planetary. And they do look kind of creepy. Chris wants to know what kind of camera am I using. It's a T7. It's a It's a Chinese-made camera, and it runs almost in line with the ZWO series. If you've ever used the ZWO camera using like a 180-degree lens on it, it's actually a really good camera. Talk to the people out at Svbony, SVBONY, and they're the ones that make this camera. And it can do 60 seconds as an exposure time. It runs extremely well on SharpCap. That's the program that I'm using right now, is SharpCap 3.0. And I have a pro license on it. So that means I can run capture series, I can do snapshots, I can do live stack, I can do pretty much anything that I need to with this. I can use this as a finder scope. This could also be used as a guider, which is really nice. It has a guide port on it. So it's a really, really cool camera. You can get it for about 120, I think. I can look and see. It is on Amazon. Let me take a look and see. 7 camera, Amazon. Amazon.com. Not the T7 as the... not the Canon camera. No, no. And then the other camera, while I'm looking for it, the other camera that's on the top right, that camera is a Meade DSI monochrome on a 35mm lens. And I use that as my finder for my home setup. So a lot of people say, well, I use a red dot finder. I use, reticle. I use, a 45-degree angle like finder. This actually, I have it hooked up on a mini dovetail bar, hooked up, and what you see through the finder is what you see on the telescope, so I can actually align it. So what I can do is I could take this and I could go and hit a bullseye, and now you can see there's a bullseye on there, so I can center it, and what's centered on there is centered through the telescope. So that's pretty cool. It is pretty neat. It is starting to clear up just a tiny bit, so we might be in good shape. I don't know. We'll find out. So I advise a lot of people that are doing stuff like that, which is really cool. I would suggest, instead of doing a red dot finder, you can actually hook up a regular CCD camera. You can get a Meade DSI camera for dirt cheap, for used, super dirt cheap. And was that Mars in the east about an hour ago? I don't have Mars on here. Mars is on the opposite direction, and Mars should be rising right about now. Should be right behind the trees, and it's going to be super bright. Pretty cool. I use ZWO 120 and SharpCap 2. They're really good cameras. They're really, really good cameras. I can't go wrong with them. I need to find a scope camera like that. You do, and it's really easy. It's so easy. Let me check. Whoa! I just kicked. Because what I did was, and I did a lot of research, and there's a lot of things that I do and try to find certain things and rig certain things to make them work. With the lens that I have, and it's an M42 threaded lens. So it's not the ones where you can actually use a Canon EFS, where you snap it into the actual body of a Canon camera or a Nikon camera. It has threads on the side. So then what you can do is, it's M42, so a Meade DSI has the female of the threads, and then the actual lens has the male, and you just screw it in. And it works perfectly. You get the rings, so I bought rings for it, and then I just put the rings in, and you just move it left, right, up, down to get it exactly where it's supposed to go. Let me check the name of the lens. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it's a Vivitar 50mm lens. Pretty much, I think I just screwed that up. I shined the light in it by accident. Whoops. Okay, now it's back. Okay, good. So, as I said, it's a 50mm Vivitar lens that has an M42 thread. So you could definitely take a look and see. They're cheap. They're pretty cheap on eBay. They're not that expensive. And you could easily get one, and it'll work like a dream. And then the Media DSi, you could either go monochrome or color. I like monochrome because you can actually see it more. It's more sensitive and it's more detailed. Like when I'm doing this, I can actually see Andromeda. I can see the bigger galaxies. I can see some of the nebulosity. I can actually see the North American Nebula, which is really, really cool. On a finder, nonetheless. On a finder. It looks like it's clearing up. We might be okay. We might be okay. I wonder if I can see Polaris now. Let me see. I can see the Big Dipper now. And now I can see Polaris. So it looks like the big, gigantic cloud has moved away. Now it's just haze and a little bit of tiny baby clouds, apparently. So maybe you might actually get to see me polar align this thing. Oh God, it does, yeah. Pretty cool. I'm going to pick one up in the future. It beats using the finder scope with the naked eye. It does by a mile. And once you get that thing set up and you get that thing up and running, you may have to fine-tune it once in a while, but it's a dream. And then you don't have to worry about bending your neck, moving down. I also suggest, Chris, I don't know what telescope or mount you're using, but for the mount, what I have for my home setup is I have the polar scope, which is for CG5, because, well, it's a CG5 polar scope, but I have a Celestron AVX that it can interchange between mounts, so it really doesn't matter. And then the camera, yes, I actually use a camera to actually use to align. So what I do, and you're actually going to see this, because if it's starting to clear up like it's supposed to, which I'm pretty sure it looks like it's going to, so then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show everybody how I polar align this thing. And this will be fun, because you'll actually get to see it. And actually, let me make this bigger so that way you can see it. There you go. So now you can really see that. It's pretty cool. I don't know if that's a selling point for a lot of people, but to me, that's pretty freaking awesome. Let me get rid of the bullseye here. No overlay. What do you think, people? What do you think about that? That is pretty sweet. And yes, that's running on real time. So it's pretty awesome. I think it's time. I think it's time to set it up. Polaris on this right here is this star right there. That's Polaris. And if you could follow it, 1, 2, and then right here, this is a little box right here. This is the Little Dipper right here. And then the Big Dipper is right here on this side. And Cassiopeia is down here, or up at the top right. Oh boy. No, that's not what I want. I want to bring this down, shrink this down. Cassiopeia is right here. And eventually it's going to go this way. So it's going to go clockwise. The only reason it's clockwise is because it's upside down. I didn't move it again, so What do you think, people? Should we get this set up and get this going? I think we should. Let's do it. Let's get this sucker going. Alright. So, you'll get to actually see how I do this in real time. Okay. Alright, so now what you're seeing here on the top right is my polar cam. Okay? I'll make this bigger so that way you can see it. Okay? This is the polar cam. So this is a Microsoft LifeCam 1080p that you use for your computer when you're doing chatting or whatever for webcams, pretty much. This is a very, very sensitive webcam. This is unmodified, untouched, and it fits absolutely perfectly with the polar scope. Like, the width of the circle compared to the camera is perfect. So that's why I use those two, because it works out beautifully, and then I just tape it with T-Rex tape. So it works out absolutely beautifully. So I'm going to get this thing set up. You're going to be able to see it. Okay. About there. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting this set so I can see the circle. And about here. Okay. Now we're going to move it. Okay, we got to go the other way. Okay. Too much. Alright. Now what I'll do is I'll increase the exposure on this. Polemaster, I mean, that Polemaster is amazing. You know, hands down, that's one of the best. You cannot go wrong with Polemaster. I mean, I'm doing this old-fashioned. About there. All right, so it's got to go. Over. And then up. Wrong way. Keep going. Yeah, let's see where that is. That's pretty dead on. It's got to go up and then to the right, just a slight bit. That should do it right there. That's perfect. All right, so alright, so now that's set. So now we cancel that. And now we pull up the other the Meade camera. So Meade, DSI Pro, connect. Okay. Okay. So now, this time is 10:36. Perfect. And then we're going to go right to Navi. So now the mount is moving. Okay. And since I had to finagle it a little bit, and it's got to go over to the right. Keep going. Oh, too much. Just a slight bit more. Perfect, right about there. Does it need to be absolutely 100% accurate? But that's pretty close. So we're good with that. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Just like that, we're aligned. All right. Just like that. Okay. Was there any questions from anybody so far? Because Chris uses a CGEM, which is what I was talking about last night, and how there's different Celestron mounts. CGEM is one step ahead of mine. I have the Advanced VX, or the AVX, and the CGEM is one above that. And that's a one heck of a mount. I'm going to tell you right now, that is an amazing mount. So now, right now, what I'm doing is I'm pulling up my what's called Starry Night Pro Plus 7. It is made by the same people that made Sky Safari, which, by the way, I figured out what happened with Sky Safari from last night. Sky Safari messed up on my phone, so I had to delete it and then tried to reinstall it. Well, apparently, they got rid of all Sky Safari 4 and Sky Safari 5 because it was messing up people that wanted to buy 6. So they got rid of 4 and 5. So I had to go into recently purchased and had to scroll all the way down to find it. But I did find it on my phone, so don't fret. We figured it out, and we're good to go. And I do have it back on my phone again. Thank God. So we're good to go with that. So now I'm just configuring and getting this set up here for the computer. Alright. Delete that. Window capture. And then we'll use Starry Night. No capture cursor, and we're good with that. Alright. And I know that there's a lot of windows, but I'm just glad that I get to show everybody this. This is what's called Starry Night Pro Plus 7. So this way you could actually see it in its form. Okay. As it's one amazing program. It could do telescope control, which is fantabulous. So then what I will do is we will get this to Andromeda. Whoops. Still a little bit of haze coming through here, too. How are we looking for... Let me... Whoops. Let me bring this down. How are we looking for clouds? Well, not terrible. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. Okay. Good deal. They should have alerted previous customers before deleting. Oh my, a complete map of the sky. Exactly. It really, I mean, I'll pull it up again in a second here. But it is really, really cool. Just give me a second here. Alright, I just gotta center it here. Just give me a second. And I gotta get this right in dead center. Whoops, too much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, there's an airplane that went right through. Whoa, look at that thing go. I wonder if that's a satellite. I wonder. I'll take a look and see. It's very possible that that was a satellite that just went through. Pulling it up on my phone. Just give me 1 second. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Andromeda Galaxy. There it is there. Go to now. Yep. That was an iridium flare that just went right through. That's what that was. So it was an iridium flare. How about that, people? How about that? I was wondering what was so freaking bright. That was an iridium flare that just went right through the Andromeda Galaxy. That is so cool. That was iridium. Oh, you want to know what? It's the same iridium flare. How about that? Iridium 59 plus. That's the same one that we got last week. Alright, that should be good. So now, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Of course, I was moving the camera at the same time. An iridium flare, what that is, it's okay. So it's, I'm gonna look it up. I wish I knew all the answers. So I'm gonna look it up right now. Venus. I'm going to look it up right now. An iridium flare is a specific type of satellite flare, also known as a satellite glint, made when the antennas of an iridium communication satellite reflects sunlight directly onto the surface of Earth. So that's what an iridium flare is. You learn something new. Who knew? Crazy. So apparently that's what an iridium flare is. Super awesome. Now we got to get back. These two are my guiders. Okay, QHY. So now we can bring this one back and we can bring this one up. Okay, we can bring up the QHY progress. Okay. QHY, that's got that in there, so we're good to go with that. Actually, we're going to stop this one because now we're going to get the guider set in a minute here. So now here's my question to everybody. There is a comet that is in the area of where we're shooting. I was talking to Venus earlier this afternoon in regards to the comet. I could try to shoot it or try to image it. Here's the thing. With that comet, it's an 8.5. So I could try to get this. It's only 10:50 p.m., so we got a lot of time. We can go for it. I'd have to star match and try to get this exactly where it's supposed to be. And then go for it. What do you think, people? Should we shoot for a comet? I think we should. The comet's name is 21P Giacobini Zinner. Vita says, let's go for it. Let's get this in focus first. I love how this thing gets out of focus every night. So we're getting this thing into focus. I have an AccuFocus too, so I don't have to keep running back and forth. Thank God. Alright, there we go. So now it's in focus, just like that. Depends on what time it would take, really. I'd have to use my skills, pretty much. I have to use my skills on trying to find a comet. Let's go for it. I say let's do it up. I gotta get a drink here real quick. Yes, it's another Pepsi. I need it after today. Alright, let's do it. And while we're doing that, I'm actually going to take, now that there's no more clouds, we're going to start a capture and we're just going to go with this. And see if we can catch any more comets with that. Alright. Let's do it. Okay, we're going to sync it on Andromeda. And now we're going to move it back to Navi. Go back to this Mead Pro 10 seconds and go. Okay. Running that one now. What I'm just doing right now is I'm just studying it, just making sure I'm getting this right. No, the mosquitoes aren't that bad. Alright, Chris, you're going to set up. Make sure you take pictures and send them to me. Oh, excuse me. I'm just getting this dead on. Whoops. Alright, that's dead on there, so I want to get this dead center on the scope. So that's as synced on as I can get it. Okay. Now, We're going to get this dead centered. Oh, wrong way. Always do that. Keep going. I do have an Instagram account. I don't know what it is, but I know I have it. I haven't used it in God knows how long. I'd have to look and see what it is. I know I'm on Facebook. I'll have to look and see. Yeah, you have to bear with me on that one. I know that for a fact. Alright, now. Those create that. So any super bright stars. We're going to have to do some star matching and get this dead on. Okay. Now, we know where that is. What star is it nearby? This is gonna be a real pain in the butt. I know that for a fact. Okay, so the star that we're aligned in on now, 100%, is Navi, which is also called Gamma Cassiopeia. Okay, so we're locked in on Gamma Cassiopeia. Excellent. Okay. Now, there's going to be 3 stars that create a little triangle. Okay. Then we have a super bright star, that's that one right there. That's those 3. So if we move downward, let me take a quick image here to see what we got on the big camera here. Yeah, that's okay. That's Gamma Cassiopeia right there. Okay. Alright, so now this is the finder here. Okay, perfect. Alright. Alright, so you're looking at this here, and I'm gonna make this bigger here so you can see it. So you got 3 stars. I'm gonna zoom in here so you can really see it. Okay? Okay. So you got 3 stars. 1, 2, 3. They create like a little triangle. That's these 3 stars. I'm trying to see if I can... Maybe not. I'm trying, people. I'm trying so that way you can see it. This is not working because I don't think I have the cursor on. But you could see it. There's 3 stars there. I need to go... Why is it moving so much? That's the problem. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Okay. That star there. Yeah, these 3 here. Yeah, that star right there. This one right there. Okay. I doubt that this comet's in here, but let's take a look and see. 21P. No. So it looks like I have to find this thing by hand. Okay. Okay. So that's K-Cas. Yep, okay. This one is HIP. How about this? I got a better idea. TYC. Nothing. Of course not. HR 177. Nothing. Naturally. I was trying to take a shortcut to see if it'll actually find it. It'll be right along the same line. It's like a little... Looks like it's right here. Got it. That's where I need to go. That star right there. It's TYC 4028 478 1. That's where I need to be. Go. should be right there. Should be right in view. I'm gonna wait for it to settle down. Now I gotta star match and see exactly where the heck we are. Let me take a 24-second exposure just to see where we are. Why is this taking only... I don't know why it's running away like that. Just going to take a 20-second exposure just to see where we are and see what we got here. There's a lot of drift for some odd reason tonight. What the heck? What the heck is going on with the mount tonight? If anybody's still on, please let me know. As we're trying. I don't know what the mount is doing tonight. I have no idea. The mount has got a mind of its own tonight. While I'm waiting, what I'll do is I'll minimize that. Get that out of there. At least everybody can see this for a few minutes while I'm trying to figure this out in the background. Yeah, the mount is not cooperating here. I'm trying to... Yeah, it's moving for some weird reason. I don't know why. What the heck? This happened to me once before. I got the right star of where we're supposed to be. But for some odd reason, the stars are drifting. Which I don't know why. And all the stars look like comets. Oh, jeez. So I just take a 20-second exposure just to see. There's a bright star there. I know the camera's upside down. I know that for a fact. So once I know where the stars are, then I can move it if I need to. You see any comments or any shooting stars on this one? I don't think so. I didn't think we saw anything. Still looking for this behind the scenes here, so just give me a second. Found it. We need to go to the right. If we go to the right, we got it. I know exactly where we are in the sky. Okay. All right, I know exactly where we are. Nope, wrong way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to let that go for a second, but I did find it. So I know exactly where we are in the sky. We're just within, I would say, about 2 degrees off. Almost there. Okay, and there's that there. Okay, there's that there. Gotta keep moving it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because that's tilted. because it's going downward. Yeah, we got to keep going. We're almost there. I think it's going to start coming into view in a second. Yep, there it is. I see it. I got it. I got the comet. We were just off by just a slight bit, but I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the comet. It is in view in just a second here. Let me pull up this here. Okay. The comet is right there. It's going to be coming up here right there. That's the comet right there. The reason why I knew what the comet was, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull it up here. Give me a second. Okay. So we're going to pull this up here, pull that up there, so this way I'm going to show you and how it goes. Okay? There was a star. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. Well, these stars right here, okay, it creates like a little S. Okay, do you see a little S there? If you look at the bottom left of where the stellarium here is, you're going to see an S at the bottom left. That's how I knew where it was. So now all I got to do now is just move this over so I can get this in the center of view of the actual scope. But that is, and it's not going to be super bright, it's not going to be amazing, but it's in view. So we got this comet. It's an 8th magnitude comet. It just took a while. Whew! And what I'll do... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So then I'll move this over more. So then this way I can get it in the center here. And then just take a quick 25-second exposure and then use it in color, so then you'll be able to see it. So finally, we got it. Just give me a second here. Okay. The stars are going to be drifting because for some odd reason my polar alignment is absolutely freaking terrible, which I don't understand. And I'm going to see if I can fix it, but what I'm going to do is make this smaller. Okay. That's it right there. We'll try a 15-second exposure. Thank you, Venus. I know I try. I try. I really do. I really try my best. It's a lot of work to find something like this. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's see if I can crank the histogram here on this. There you go. Now you can really see it. As you can tell that the stars, they're not really totally pinpoint. I don't really want to realign this and try to find this damn thing again. What I could try to do... know if I can be able to guide off this. I don't know. I would like to get at least a few exposures of this. I might take short, very, very, very short exposures because I don't know what the hell its problem is. There, that's the stars are pinpoint at 8 seconds. So I think the best thing I could possibly do is just run a planner, I guess. There's not much I can really do. Oops. I mean, I'm going to do everything I can here to get this, but we're going to try. Yeah, these are 12 these are 12-second exposures, but hey, you know, you got to do what you got to do, you know. We'll actually be able to watch the actual comet move if this stays where I want it to. But I don't know, because I'm trying to run the guider here to try to run a calibration, and I don't think it's going to work. It might. It's possible. I very well could get the right ascension off of this. I don't know. Yeah, you could definitely tell it's there, which is super awesome. What I'll do, bring this down, bring that there. The stars are going to move in this because it's running a calibration on it. So the stars are going to move, the comet's going to move, but it is saving these images, so I'll be able to stack these. And again, these are just 12-second images, because apparently the mount is having a brain fart for God knows what reason. Who friggin' knows? Well, that's exactly right. That is what counts. Smiley face. $18.1. Yeah, it's not going to move far enough. Shoot. It's funny that I can get a 30-minute exposure one night and then can't even get a 15-second exposure the next night. It's unbelievable. What the frick? Yeah, I know, right ascension didn't move. Oh, Daggers is on. Hello, Dagger. Dagger, if you're just joining me, I'm just going to give you a little bit of the update, a little bit of what's going on for here. I'm running the All-Sky camera right now, as you can tell. Cassiopeia is right in the center of the screen there. The one on the bottom left is a comet. I know it's not exactly luxurious or great or anything, but the mount is acting up and it's being dumb. And it's having a brain fart. And I can't get anything more than 10 seconds on an exposure without super star drifts. But there is a comet in view. And the name of the comet, again, is 21P Giacobini. And hold on, let me pull it up, sorry. 21P Giacobini Zinner. It is an 8th magnitude comet. It sits right there. So that's that little fuzzy thing right there. That is the comet. Where it is, it's like it's pretty. It's in a deep field, but it is pretty cool. And I'm just going to type to Daggers. There was a plane that went by, too, on the, if I move this out of, see, it's gone now. But there was a plane that moved on the bottom right. You see what happens when I got too many windows open? See what happens? Too many windows. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is an awesome view. I would like to have it an even more awesome view if the mount wasn't so stupid. I'm trying to see if I can get this to track, but it's not tracking at all, which is lovely. See. Because if I go any more with the exposure, you're going to see some major star drift. I might be able to get it. We're at 19.3, 19.6, 19.9, 20.4. It's possible. 5 more steps. No, it's not going to be enough. Nope, not enough. Yeah, you can see how much of a star drift that is. Oh my god, that's terrible. I finally get the comet in view, and I can't track. It's not a motion blur. It's because the mount's acting stupid. What happens is if your mount is not polar aligned and it's not accurate, it's not going to follow the Earth's rotation. And thank you, Daggers, for subbing. I appreciate it. I really do. Make sure you share this channel as much as possible. If it is not 100% aligned, you're going to get star drift. The more you are aligned, the more round the stars are going to be. So that's why you're going to get some massive, massive star drift. So like if I were to take this and I were to go, say, 95 seconds, you're going to get some major star drift. Some people like that. Some people like star drift. What I could probably do... Trying to think of the best way to do this so I can get it back up and running. I could probably turn the mount off, turn it back on, and see if that'll work. I could try that and see. The wide field's still going strong, though. Lower this down here, and that's the wide field. That's still going really good. Let me get rid of the bullseye on that one, on the camera on the top right. And now you're going to see some major star drift. Get ready. Watch this. Whoa! Oh, that's some major star drift. Whoo! That's some star drift. That's a 95-second exposure. That's not supposed to happen. That is not supposed to be like that. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the mount off and then turn it back on. And then we'll see, maybe that might work. So give me 1 second here. Okay. So I turned it off and then turned it back on. So maybe, just maybe, that might work. I don't know. I'm hoping that'll work. So how is everybody doing tonight? Daggers, Venus, Chris. Chris, you said that you finished setting up your filming Mars now. That is fantastic. That is awesome. I bet it's looking bright and it's looking beautiful. I wish you could send a picture. I'm on Facebook. I'm trying to think. You could always send me an email if need be, and I can look at it and see what it looks like there, because I think that'd be really cool. Just take a 12-second exposure there. But definitely, I'd like to see what Mars is looking like, because that would be really cool. If I remember correctly, Chris, you do the Take Back Space stream on YouTube? I think that's correct. I think that's what you do, but I could be wrong. Good. The kids are sleeping. Cool. I'd be happy to send Mars images over. That would be phenomenal. If you want to send it to my email, you can. It's elliot.astronomy@hotmail.com. Anybody can send emails. They can send me emails all they want. Or they can go on my website at elliot-astronomy.com, and you can go right to Facebook, and then you can find me straight from there. Darn it! Still didn't find the right ascension. Ugh! I'll just keep taking pictures and keep taking images, I guess. Yeah, I do. I do have a ton of information on that website. It has taken me about 5.5 years. Added a whole bunch of stuff to my website and made it as friendly, user-friendly as possible. I'm just a guest on Take Back Space. I wish I could have a channel like Take Back Space and stream like his channel. He has the same name as mine. Well, that's why. Because I was wondering. Yeah, Take Back Space, Skywatcher Gaming, and P&K Space Imaging, they're all amazing channels. When it's not clear here, I'm on those constantly. But sometimes they go till late at night, and I can't stay up that late. Usually 1 or 2 is usually my breaking point, and I can't go any further than that. Let me see if there's any iridium flares tonight. I don't think there is anymore. Let me take a look and see. My phone's about to die. Oh boy. Let me take a look and see. Doesn't look like there's anything gigantic or huge tonight. The ISS went over earlier, and that was where Mars is now. That was about an hour ago. Nothing huge, it looks like. There will be a satellite passing by the comet at midnight, so in about 8 minutes. And just let me see exactly how close it is, and it'll definitely be in view. Where is the big question? That's an 8th magnitude satellite, so it'll definitely show up. That'll be in 8 minutes. So let me see. Looking at the stars here and seeing everything in general. There's the comet there. Okay, let me see. There's 1, 2, 3 there. Let me just make it a little bit smaller so I can see here. It's 1.5. We'll do 0.75 here. Okay, there's the comet right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, and there's the 3 stars that are there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, satellite is amazing. I love doing satellites and where they just go through. 1 a.m. is my latest. Usually I'll be crashing in the next 10 to 20 minutes. Yeah. I'm thinking about 12:20, 12:30 I'm going to be done. I'm not really going to do too much. I'm actually kind of surprised that I got out here, which is great. The clouds were making me mad, but I think we're going to be in good shape. I'm just looking to see exactly where that is. That's that there. So those two bright stars. That would be like this. Because that comet, though, that satellite's going to come through in the next about 5 minutes or so. Okay, now where is that exactly? Zoom out here. And there's a blue line on this, I know. That's because when I'm taking such short exposures, that's going to happen. Trying to see exactly where this is going to go. And where this is going to be. Because it's going to be at 12:01. It's going to cross through. And I got such a wide field, I should be able to see it. Well, maybe not. Maybe I might have to bring it up. Oh no. No, I think I know where it is. It's gonna pass. It's going to be like that. So it's where it's going to pass is it's going to go right through here. It's going to go right on the right-hand side of it, and it's going to pass right through. And it's going to be in the next 3 minutes. You might, if it's 8th magnitude, you might be able to catch it on the on this one here. So let me bring this out here, because you might be able to catch it. If it's 8th magnitude, I may be able to catch it on the wide field. Oh yeah, there looks like there's something coming through, but I don't know if that's I think that's an airplane, it looks like. There's an airplane that's going through here. Or there was an airplane. Oh, maybe it was going opposite end. Okay. Let's get this ready, and we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. There we go. We got 1 minute, and it might very well come through, and we'll see if I'm right. So far, nothing. I don't see anything yet. Should be right about now. Nothing. I didn't see anything go by. Did anybody else see anything? I didn't see nothing. That's poopy. I swore I thought that would have been right in view. Yeah, that would have gone right through. And that's an 8th magnitude. Maybe the exposure wasn't long enough. I don't know. That's sad. I was hoping I was going to see it. I didn't see anything either. That's poopy. I didn't even see anything on the long exposure one either. But I will definitely look back later on and see. I don't think there's anything else that's going in front of the comet, though. As far as I know, I don't think there is. Let me see. So I'll probably be out here for just a little bit more. Really not too much really to do other than just continuously keep imaging the comet and then just stack it and see what I get. And we're still on Persied watch, which is cool. I didn't see anything, but yeah. No problems, Venus. No problems. And then when I do, I'm going to be wrapping this up in about 10-15 minutes anyways, because I got to get to bed myself. And yeah, you're welcome. I love doing stuff like this. And I'm going to add more stuff as I go along, so this way there's no lull. There's no sitting around waiting for something to happen. You know, I love doing this kind of stuff. It's really, really amazing. I'm going to keep taking exposures here. 10, and then we'll take 60. And we'll take 9. We'll take 50. And go. Me too, and I had a lot of fun also. And hopefully the next clear night, I'll get this down even better. Or at least I hope so. I really do. One P Giacobini. What was it again? Zimmer? Zimmer. And good night, Venus. And I'll be talking to you tomorrow. I'll let you know. I'll report back to you to see how everything went. I'm gonna go take a look outside real quick and see how everything is. Mars is super bright out here. Can't believe how bright Mars is. That's unbelievable how bright it is out there. That's incredible. How bright it is out there. Chris, how's it going out? I don't know if you're still with me, if you're still imaging Mars. And you are still imaging. That's awesome. I could see Mars right from here. I mean, I'm actually outside right now, and I could see Mars. It is just... That's like solid red. I mean, that's incredible. And then you see Saturn, like, you know, about 30 degrees to the right of it, and it's like a fifth of how bright it is. It's unbelievable. I can only imagine what it looks like. Probably be nice if I would add some text to the stuff. So this way everybody knows what I'm doing. Kind of late now, but there we go. At least it's labeled now, so now you know exactly what you're looking at. Oh, I can't wait. If you get Saturn, let me know. Yeah, I'm taking just really short, very short exposures with this. I'm not gonna fiddle with the polar alignment with this. I really don't care right now. I just moved it over just a little bit there. Now I'm just moving this here because I'm trying to see. I shorten the exposure time on the guider, and that's why you're seeing this move. Now it's going to move back this way. I shortened it to like 0.4 seconds on the guider. So maybe this might be enough. I might be able to get it. So we'll see. We actually got it past the west step. Now we're doing the east step, and it's going really well here. So we'll see. If this works, then what I'll do is I'll go another half an hour and then I'll be done. If this works. If it does not work, then I'm just going to end it at 12:30. No matter what, we got something, and that's the most important thing, is every day you got to get something. That's all I care about. Doesn't need to be luxurious, doesn't need to be fantastic, as you know, Chris, I'm sure you've done this a few times, where nothing is ever perfect. There's always bumps in the road. It's on the north step right now. It's actually going really well. So it's possible that I might be able to get this on the guider. It's possible. Now it's on the south step. I'm afraid to see what the graph's going to look like. The graph is probably going to look like absolute junk. I'm pretty sure of it. But we'll see. It's not terrible. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's try just a 30-second exposure just to see what happens. We'll see. Let's take a look and see. It's at 0.5, which that's not terrible. And I'm just taking just a quick 30-second exposure. And if that works, then we'll go to 40, and then we'll go to 50, and 60, and 70, and we'll just keep it going. Oh, yep, it works. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Stars look good. Sweet. So now what I'll be able to do is I could actually take this and actually zoom it in. I don't know if I can zoom it in on this. I don't think I can. I don't think you can. No, you can't. And I don't think I can go... I can't zoom in anymore. Yeah, we're at 0.4, so, I mean, sweet. So if that's the case, then we might as well... We'll do... Well, I just back my drink over. Oh, snap. And we'll try this. We'll try 1 minute exposures. We'll do 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and then we'll go back to 2 minutes again. Yeah, something just went right across. Oh, that is pretty cool. Perfect. There we go. That's the star profile on there now, too. So now you can see the star profile. You can see how much it moves. Perfect. And then we'll take this one. Transform, and then we'll cut to the left here. There we go. What do you think about that? How does that look? That looks really cool. There we go. That is crazy. That is awesome. Now, I got everything labeled now here, so now I can easily just take this stuff and go back and forth, but that's just taking just a 60-second image, and the stars look pretty good, and then that comet is bright, so that is really, really cool. And eventually, and I don't plan on doing it tonight, is eventually, if you take it long enough, you'll actually see it move across the actual image. It's moving that fast, which is really cool. And I could actually get this together and then create JPEGs on all of these, and then create like an actual like movie GIF where you can actually watch the comet move across the screen if you take, you know, enough of them, really. Really, I think 60 seconds is good, so that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to continue with the 60 seconds and then just go with it. Yeah, I've done it before. It was a long time ago. I did that with the I think it was called Bernard Star. and that was what's called the wandering star, where I took a picture of it one year, and then took it again the next year, and actually created a GIF, and actually watched it move across the sky, which I thought was really cool. Then I did one with an asteroid, where you actually got to see the asteroid moving across, which was really cool. I think I'll do this with the comet here. I'll definitely do that tonight, as I want to get as many as I possibly can before I call it quits tonight. And you could probably, tomorrow, if you watch the video, if I keep everything exactly the same and do not touch it for the next 35-40 minutes, you can actually use the scrubbing tool and actually move it across the screen. But it looks like there's a little bit of clouds coming through. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to get the progress bar back up here again. Looks like it's drifting. Ow, just got bit by a mosquito. There we go. Well, guiding is starting to crap out because these cloud bands starting to come through again. Yeah, we're now at 1, so it's starting to move out. So I think it might be quitting time. I think it's getting to be that time. As you can tell, there's a cloud band coming through, and I think there's even more coming through after that. Get a couple more, and I think we'll call it a night. How long have we been streaming for? 2.5 hours. That's about right. That's not bad. Chris, how is Saturn looking over there? Have you tried Saturn yet, or are you still on Mars? Excellent. You're still on Mars. That is fantastic. What scope are you using to get it? I might need to move to Saturn. It's still above the tree. Yeah. I think I need to get my cell phone charger. I'm using a CGEM, an 11-inch. Wow! I bet you the detail on that was probably insane. An 11-inch. Woo! I need to get my cell phone charger. Okay. Let me see here. Alright, charging my phone now. Phone was completely dead. I had to go out and get the charger. Oh, we're going back to point 8 again. Uh-oh. Darn clouds. So I'd say probably about another 9 or 10 more minutes and then I'm done for the night. Because that'll get me... Yeah, that'd give me about 160 frames on the wide field. And then for this one, that'll get me about 25 or 26, so that should be good. Mars is pretty tricky, still pretty small with the scope. How? With an 11-inch? Even though it's at opposition, I would think that it would probably be still pretty good. Although, I don't know if that dust storm is still going on. I have no idea. I heard that when it hit opposition in late July, there was that dust storm and you couldn't get any detail on it at all. There was no surface. But then again, if you're doing an 11-inch, I don't know if you're doing any Barlows or anything. I don't know. It's... Oof. Moon should be coming up soon, too. What is it? 1? I don't see it out yet. Nope, no moon yet. Moon should be coming up probably within the next 20-25 minutes, I think. Oh, seeing's getting bad. Okay. That's why. Okay. Five more minutes and then I'm going to be done for the night. So this will be the 5-minute warning, apparently. Saturn is looking good. I can only imagine how amazing that it would be on an 11-inch. Chris, where are you from exactly? North Florida. Okay. I bet at this time of the year it gets pretty hot and it gets pretty humid. Because right now it's pretty warm here in western New York. It's pretty hot. It's a very, very, very hot and humid night. The temperature here today got up to about 90. And with the humidity, it felt like it was like 100. I hate the heat. Absolutely hate it. This comet is booking. Yeah, I can imagine how hot it is over there. And it probably doesn't help for imaging either. With the humidity and the haze and everything, I'm sure it doesn't really help anything. Alright, so we are just about done. I'm going to take probably one more, and then I'm going to call it a night. And I'll go through the wide field to see if we got any shooting stars. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not really sure, but we will find out. It's pretty bad for seeing. It's been raining for days, for the last couple of days. It's amazing we finally get some clear sky. Yeah, and it is. We had about a week where it was like not a single cloud. Then we had about 3 weeks of rain and clouds, and then all of a sudden now we're breaking free again. This is 2 straight days in a row. I don't know when the next clear night's going to be after this. It's going to be probably a week or so. Who knows? It could be a little bit longer. I don't know. We'll take this last one. Okay. So, Chris, it was nice that you joined me and you stayed on with me. I appreciate it. Venus, it was nice, even though you're fast asleep now, but it was nice to see you on. Daggers, it was nice to see you on also. It's great to have people to interact with. It's fantastic. So, if there's anything, Chris, that you want, anything that you need to ask, I'm just going to stay on for just another minute or so. If not, then I'm just going to end the broadcast and we'll just go from there. And it was a fun night. It really was. You know, even though you're getting very small things, and it's just amazing. And I plan on adding more to this and plan on making sure that everything runs smooth and everything's in great shape. Seems like everything is going well. I can't really complain. Everything is thumbs up. So I'm going to end the broadcast. Chris, you have a wonderful night. Make sure you send those images to my email. Again, it's Elliott Astronomy, ELLIOTT ASTRONOMY @hotmail.com. Send it over to me. I'll take a look at it tomorrow morning. I can't wait to see what you get. So, again, have a wonderful night. Bye.